Awesome guys, so I just finished watching Hobbs and Shaw, and honestly, if you guys have watched the trailer, then you know exactly what is in store for this movie. Honestly, it was just a massive alpha man movie, I guess is the best way to describe it. Very simple plot that's just there to drive the action. That is the best way of describing this movie. But honestly guys, this is a very beautiful film to watch. Honestly, if you have time to see it in the cinemas, I'd highly recommend it, because seeing it on the big screen was flipping awesome. I mean, some of these shots just blew me away. The action was insane. Just some of the beautiful landscape shots were just incredible. Honestly, it's a stunning film. It was shot beautifully. And talking about just how pretty it is, honestly, the action is just next level. Like, honestly, the Fast and the Furious films have gotten so over the top with their action. And this film definitely tried to top it in every way, shape, and form. This film is definitely about the two titular characters, Hobbs and Shaw, played by The Rock and Jason Statham. And if you've watched any of their films before, you know exactly what to expect in this, because they play the exact same character that they've ever played in every single film. Dwayne Johnson is the big tough guy who's super, you know, just, I'm The Rock. Can you smell what The Rock is cooking? You know what I mean? Like, he plays the exact same character, and the same with Jason Statham. He's just this cool, collected guy that can kick your ass. So both performances were good. They're incredibly charismatic, but it was definitely things that we had seen before. I mean, they didn't bring anything new to the table. So in terms of their performances, great, very engaging, very exciting, but we've seen it in every single movie that they've ever been in. I would honestly just love to watch a film with Dwayne Johnson where he's not just this big muscular family guy that's got the moral code figured out and everything like that. I would love to watch a Dwayne Johnson movie where he is just something else. I mean, I can guarantee you this guy's got acting range, and I feel like no one's letting him explore different opportunities and explore different performances that he could give. Everyone just wants him to be Dwayne Johnson. He's definitely gotten typecasted, and that's really bummed me out. I'd love to see more from him. So backing up Jason Statham and Dwayne Johnson was Idris Elba, and honestly, he was such an intimidating bad guy. I mean, you definitely have to cast someone that's intimidating if you want them to stand against Jason Statham and The Rock. And I think he did a fantastic job. He was definitely a intimidating bad guy. So, you know, seriously, well done to you. You really intimidated me at times. Yeah, brilliant performance from him. There were also a few cameos. Like, I wouldn't actually call them cameos because they were actual small roles. But we got that from Ryan Reynolds and Kevin Hart. And I was not expecting those two in the film at all. So that was a pleasant surprise. They were honestly just hilarious. But again, I think this is where you see the film's biggest weakness, is that they only cast actors that we are familiar with, and they only perform the way we're familiar in them acting with. So when you see Ryan Reynolds, he's Ryan Reynolds. He's basically Deadpool, just without breaking the fourth wall. When you see Kevin Hart, he's Kevin Hart saying Kevin Hart jokes. There was definitely no... They stayed in their channels, which if you enjoy their performances, and I enjoyed their performances, it was funny. Again, I just want to see more out of them. I'd like to see these actors do more than just their usual channel. So guys, as I mentioned, you know, it's shot beautifully. The action sequences are incredible, beautiful locations. Another thing that really blew me away was actually the soundtrack. They had some incredibly moving scores. And, you know, honestly, the songs that they threw into the film, I'm not a huge fan of modern songs. But, like, I understood why they chose those songs. So they really pumped me up, and they really added to the overall experience of the movie. It made me evoke the emotions I'm assuming that the directors wanted me to feel. So definitely they played to the music genre very well. They were very selective with their songs. One thing the film tried to do very early on that I really appreciate is they were tackling this theme of, you know, the human spirit. And you can see it through the interactions between Jason Statham and The Rock with Idris Elba's character. And even though Idris Elba, he's like the super teched up superhero that's gone rogue pretty much, and he's fighting these two ordinary human characters, they kept coming out on top. They kept escaping him. And it was this idea that they have that human spirit, they have that drive that technology can't replicate. And I thought that was quite a cool, you know, message to try spread, until the very end, where they literally hammer it in your face with Dwayne Johnson pretty much going, you might have technology, but we have the human spirit. And I was like, really, you had it laid out, you know, pretty obviously, and then you just really had to hammer it in at the end there. Another theme they also dealt a lot with was the theme of family, and of course it's a Fast and the Furious film. They're going to talk about family, except this time it's focused around Dwayne Johnson's family and often Diesel's family. But family is still very much the front center, both with Jason Statham's character and The Rock's character. And when it comes to Jason Statham's family, I honestly was getting so confused at times because, you know, when Jason Statham was first introduced into this franchise, he was the bad guy. And his mother was a bad guy. I mean, she was a crime lord, if I'm not mistaken. And now she's even in prison. But they end up like trying to go, Jason Statham character, his character was a good guy, and his sister's a good guy, and the mom's a good person now, and they're going to break her out of prison. And you just left there going, wait, but even when they show you the flashbacks, they're committing crimes. So they're not good characters, but you're trying to tell us that they're good characters, and they've just got, you know, screwed over by powerful people doing bad things. So I really feel like they just need to flipping clear that giant mess up. But honestly, guys, in my opinion, this is going to sound super bad. I'm not like trying to diss the movie at all, but the best thing to come out of this movie was the trailer. Honestly, all the best parts of the movie were actually in the trailer, just condensed nicely into like a 3-minute package that you could just eat nicely instead of having to sit through a 2-hour movie. But guys, honestly, if you want to watch just large explosions and good choreographed fights, I would highly recommend Hobbs Shaw. It is still an entertaining film. But guys, that is just my review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to the channel, leave this video a like, and I'll see you in the next video.